Hi, welcome to Wills and Spills, where I debunk common wills and estate myths over one cocktail at a time. The cocktail I'll be making today is the Greyhound, and the myth I want to discuss is what happens to a loved one when they pass away at home. Now, to help me with this myth, I've got Olivia Hedges, who is a registered nurse who has been working in the leadership role within health and palliative care for the last 15 years. Now, Olivia, there are so many emotions when a loved one passes away, especially when it's at home. Often families think they must do something immediately. So what does a family member have to do if this happens?
Oh gosh, Linda, it can be a really big time for families. The first thing to say, for anybody who is going through an expected death at home of a loved one, when they die, there's no rush to do anything immediately. You can take your time, spend a moment with them, and when the time is right, often we say the first person to call is somebody to support you. There's no rush to do anything straight away.
And that's good to know, because I think when that occurs, family members are like, oh my God, I have to do something. Who do I call? What do I do? And so what happens, the next step is what happens to a loved one's body? What do you do there?
Well, after someone's died, generally once you've made that call to a support person, you've got somebody with you, the next step is actually to call through their palliative care service, and they'll generally advise you as to what to do next. When the time is right, you can call your chosen funeral director, and they'll actually arrange for somebody to come to your home and to transfer that person's remains.
And what about the death certificate? There's always myths about that, like who arranges the death certificate, so what happens there?
Oh, Linda, I'm so glad that you've asked this question, because there are a lot of myths and misconceptions. The first thing to say, there are actually two processes that surround a death certificate. The first is verifying that that person is deceased. This can be done by a doctor, a nurse, a paramedic, or even a registered midwife, and this is to confirm that the person shows no signs of life. The second part is actually getting to the underlying cause of death, and that's the medical certificate. That has to be done by the doctor who's been most immediately involved in that person's care. Generally, it's your general practitioner, your palliative care physician, sometimes it might even be your oncologist.
And what about the funeral? Does that need to occur straight away, or? Most family members do. They think, oh my God, I've got to arrange the funeral, I've got to tell people.
No, and it's coming home to that key message. There's no rush to do anything straight away. Funeral directors are incredible. They're going to work alongside you and what's right for you and for your family, and to make sure that you honour any important religious or cultural considerations when it comes to funerals and burials.
So as we know, this is a really difficult time for families, and if you are in that position, our heart goes out to you. But there is help, isn't there, if people need help?
Yes, please call out to your local palliative care service. For us living here in Victoria, there's also an amazing service called the Palliative Care Advice Service. It's available 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m, and they're beautiful at helping people in this stage.
Thanks, Olivia. This is such an important topic, and I'm glad you're here to help us.
Oh,
Cheers. Cheers.